My other co-founder wanted to buy a second-hand bike, and he zeroed on a second-hand dealer shop, and the transaction happened. And he was very sad because there was no bill, no receipt, hard cash. And after 3 days, the bike broke down. We went back to that guy, and he said, "I don't even know you." I think that was the moment of reckoning for us. I said, is it that we are the only unfortunate guys to get those kind of stuff? Or is it generally the consumers are facing the same kind of experience? And that's what really fired me up. How do you make personal mobility reasonable and cost effective? I come from a very middle-class conservative family. My dad is a banker with a PSU. Along with my dad, I roamed all across the country. So you get to know a lot of people, you get to meet a lot of places. But the sad part of it is that you never have good permanent friends. I think as a child, I was very sensitive, to the bordering hypersensitive. So I get impacted by whatever is happening around me very much. So there are two ways to handle this. Either you become numb and see that let people face their own consequences, or you do your bit to make their lives better. And that's what has reflected in my day-to-day dealings with everyone I know. If anyone would ask my wife, she would definitely say that she has put up with a lot of mood swings, frustrations, ups and downs. There is one regret I have on the personal side. I wish I could spend more time with her and with my family.
That has been my partner in crime, more than 12 years now, together. She is my pillar of strength and hope.
Even when I made a switch to CRED-R, I told her this is a zero-sum game. Either we lose or we win, and we only come to know after 10 years. And as a father, the only guilty I will have is that I screwed up their future of going to a really sophisticated school or a higher education. Had I chosen a corporate life, the things would have been much more steady. I feel guilty a bit that I'm more selfish, but I'm selfish for a larger mission. So a lot of people who migrated to these cities are still has to use the same public transport which was created in my dad's times. So, which fundamentally mean that the new generation of consumers who are migrating to cities have absolutely no option for them to move from one place to other in a very timely manner. CRED-R is solving for the trust deficit in the minds of consumers who want to buy and sell used two-wheelers. As simple as that. Here is a brand which stands for quality, pricing, convenience, and transparency. A lot of consumers are willing to pay for a good quality used bike if it comes at a really attractive price. And that's where we thought and we believed that if we are able to offer a product in those kind of specifications, we'll definitely have a market. So we are not building a company here. We are fundamentally building a mission statement where we want to make sure that an average Indian person in the country should have access to personal mobility. Way back in 2015. People were making fun of us, saying that who looks at bikes, everyone is into cars, because cars is a very glamorous industry. So no one was looking bikes as a standalone business. Most of the investors come from either US, or UK, Europe, or China, and they have strong affiliation to car business models. And that's where we thought, though it's not a very glamorous and sexy industry, but we are really solving the problem of a consumer who fundamentally has no other option in the market. Let's go a few months back when there was lockdown all across the country because of COVID situation. You see pictures of hordes of people, migrant workers who are going back to their hometowns. And during that period, we really didn't know how to help those migrant workers, to be very honest. And what we saw, very strange phenomenon, in all the cities, a lot of migrant workers were coming and buying the used two-wheelers because there is absolutely no public transport, there are no trains, no buses, and these people were buying used two-wheelers to go back to their hometown. I think that really made our life happy because in a situation where people have no other option to go back to the towns, we are giving them an option which is really cost effective and also good quality. One of the farmer happened to buy a bike from us. In lockdown, all they had a mobile and a data, and he ordered a bike from a platform in Hyderabad. When we got this order from this consumer, we realized that this consumer lives somewhere around 200 kilometers away from Hyderabad. Under standard operating procedures, we don't go beyond our cities. Then when we heard this farmer who wanted the bike badly because he buys seeds from the nearby town. And since due to lockdown and COVID situation, there are absolutely no private buses, there are no public transport present, but he still has to do farming. So then we made it possible without giving him any reason. We got the bike delivered to his place, some 200 kilometers away from Hyderabad, and you should see the excitement on his face. It looks as if he won a Nobel Prize or a lottery ticket. I think that's what really makes us very happy. Consumers for whom we are making a difference in their lives by these kind of small things is what makes CRED-R really a very, very happy journey to go along with. Today, close to 350 million bikes ply on Indian roads. When we see people like women who would want to buy a second-hand bike but would never know where to go because the previous option of buying a used two-wheeler forced them to go to dingy corners of the city and negotiate, bargain with second-hand dealers. Now, with CRED-R showrooms coming up in prime locations in the city, the entire safety and security aspect of a woman walking into a CRED-R showroom and buying a bike for herself has been really empowering the women. We believed even if you are able to make 1% difference to this 300 to 350 million bike users, our life is done. The next 500 million is a massive opportunity that is coming our way. Thanks to the digital revolution, they're able to use internet on their mobiles. I think because of which the discovery of products have become much easier. For anyone to be an entrepreneur, have a great co-founder and have a great family who supports you and be completely committed to the end goal. If all these three things fall together, then you are onto something big. I'm very fortunate to have worked with such a wonderful team in my company who also see the same vision like I do, and we are making a huge impact on the society. I think driving the change is much more better than tagging to someone who really doesn't have the same motivation as you have. I think that is one big learning I would give to everyone. Whatever you believe, stick to it and follow your dreams. Looks very cliche, but in my sense, it works very well.